our hands together, guys. You can put your hands together, taking a deep breath into the nose. If you want, you can exhale out through your mouth. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for us being able to connect. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. In this divine presence, I recognize the oneness that we are, the unity and the blessing and the growth and the love and all of it, the good, the dark, the all of it, the almighty, the omega, every last drop of it. And I just say, let us be used for the highest good. Maybe we use for the highest good, recognizing that we are here to expand and grow and expand our consciousness so that we can demonstrate the unity, demonstrate the harmony. And in this, I say, whatever is coming up within the one soul and the one life, may we become vulnerable to know that we all have dark and light. May we all open our hearts and our souls into this greatness, giving ourselves fully to everyone out there, knowing we are all transparent and all in love and growth, recognizing it is normal to have trauma. It is normal to have the dark. It is normal to have the relative experiences. It is all of it, because to love ourselves, we have to love ourselves unconditionally. And I just say, let it be, let it flow, as together we say, and so it is. What we basically teach is the metaphysics, how we are backing of all energy, how everything is being demonstrated through our soul. We're all one in the almighty and the allness. You are pure potential, the I am. But each and every one of us uses the I am individually by the limited beliefs that are holding and condensing their almightiness through their soul. And so after working for many, many years and working with, all types of people, from top celebrities to CEOs to single mothers to developing spiritual coaches, I recognize that trauma is probably the most important work that we do, because it really is what's clearing out the soul of the charge that's on the mental pictures, which is on the DNA and on the Akashic records. So today we don't necessarily need to do trauma work, but we're going to break through whatever's going on, and we're going to allow consciousness to guide. So when I come into a session, whether it be one-on-one with a high-end client or whether it be in a group, I never have a plan. In that, I have every tool I need, every process, but I allow consciousness to guide. So right now, I invite each and every one of us to take a deep breath into the nose and exhaling out. And I invite and ask and request each and every one of us to do one thing, which is to stay in neutrality during this session. The moment that you put meaning on something, the moment that you judge something, the moment that you feel sorry for somebody, you are going to metaphysically create and hold it in existence. So my invitation is to hold neutrality. Do I have agreement? Is anybody opposed to that? Thank you. And now I'm going to invite, is there somebody that is dealing with something in their life that they'd like to have a little bit of coaching on? Crystal?
Okay, hi. I was just a little nervous to talk, but there's a few things that I'm trying to work through. I'm super new to the coaching business, and I did do training with Tad James, and they ended our training with letting us know that we're worth what, things that you've talked about, like anything that's, you're not charging enough, it's linked to your self-worth. So I've been working on starting at $300 an hour. And I've had a couple discovery calls, but I've been shut down a couple times. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of, I don't know, I'm struggling with it.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal, because how many of us have dealt with money issues, right? How many of us have dealt with low self-worth? Right? Okay. So welcome to being human. So this is so natural, and natural when we want to be able to serve more, give more. It's a natural desire to have more as well. And so, Crystal, I'm going to ask your subconscious, because the thing that I think so many people think is, if I just charge a little bit different, or if I just get a little bit better in a discovery call, or if I just, get that website looking better, then my sales are going to come in. And it is not the case. The case is that there is something impinged upon all of us in subconscious mind that's not having us understand our true identity, which is the almighty, all-knowing, all-abundant truth of who we are. So, Crystal, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in through your nose And I don't want you to think about it logically. I don't want you to have any reason. It can be nothing tied to money whatsoever. Is there something, an incident that you'd like to handle today, Crystal?
Related to money?
It can be that incident that you're talking about. Was there an actual incident that happened around the money? If that's the first thing that came up to your mind.
Yes, the first thing, well, I just had a discovery call yesterday, but the
Okay,
person,
great.
yes.
This is a perfect, I'm letting consciousness guide, okay? So Crystal, we're not going to be doing a traumatic incident today. We're going to be doing what's considered an upset, handling upset, okay? So I'm just going to ask you repetitive questions. In my coaching, we do not ever implant. We don't tell you what you should do. We don't give you advice. I allow myself to be a conduit for truth, and I ask questions, and you can just allow yourself to expand consciousness through those questions, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just want to say thank you again for being vulnerable. You're serving a lot of people right now. Crystal, regarding your discovery session the other day, what are you upset about?
The response towards the end, like it was ridiculous. It was like,
Thank you.
whoa.
Thank you. You're doing exactly right. I don't need a bunch of backstory. Exactly. You did it perfectly. Just answer exactly the first thing that comes to mind of being upset. Crystal, regarding your discovery call the other day, what's the upset about?
I guess I felt a little embarrassed
Thank you. Totally got it. Regarding your discovery call, what are you upset about?
that it didn't work.
Thank you. You're doing amazing. This is exactly how you do this process, okay? Regarding the discovery call, what are you upset about?
It was unsuccessful and I felt a little ridiculed.
Thank you. Regarding your discovery call, what else are you upset about?
That I didn't get a sale.
Thank you. Regarding your discovery call, what else are you upset about?
Perhaps that I'm not more confident.
Thank you. Totally got it. Regarding your discovery call, what were your failed expectations?
Closing the sale or being able to handle rebuttals, or coming up with rebuttals to question, or just be able to bring it back to the value part.
Totally got it. Regarding your discovery call, what other failed expectations did you have?
Parrot in the background. Sorry. I don't know. I think that it was mostly, me not knowing how to close it successfully. Maybe my confidence at that point was starting to go down because of that person's extreme reaction to the pricing structure. And even though I tried to tell them, like, I've also invested in myself at this dollar amount and it's been absolutely worth it. They were just like shaking their head, like, nope, not for me.
Right. I'm going to ask you one more time, Crystal, regarding your discovery call, what other failed expectations did you have?
Just that I would have a new client to work with.
Totally got it. Thank you. So the gap, you guys, of suffering is one thing and one thing only. It's wanting and wishing life, people, places are different than they are. Okay. So that's the only gap of suffering. If Crystal, just reframing it for a moment, right? Like knowing that life is working for us and not against us. We have a saying, which is called fail fast in business. Crystal, if you had never done that discovery call, what would you have learned?
If I didn't do it?
Yes.
What would I have learned if I didn't do it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have learned
Nope,
as much.
you sure wouldn't, right? Mm-hmm.
Right.
So accepting it exactly as it is, right? Accepting whatever happened as is. What's possible out of that for you?
I could start to maybe do more practice calls,
Yeah.
or I was actually feeling like perhaps the discovery call might be a little too long for, I don't know. I was just started reevaluating. I'm like, do I really want to spend an hour on somebody who's just going to say that it's ridiculous at the end of it? I really want to not waste my time with somebody who's not even
Right.
in that place.
So this is a great thing. This is exactly, and I know that some of you guys are, it doesn't matter if you're just into spiritual work or if you're here because you're a spiritual entrepreneur, the work is the same, because what Crystal's going through is what we go through in all areas. It could be a date that you feel like, oh man, that date didn't go well. Should I tell myself I should never date again? Should I make the meaning around that it is awful, that I'm a failure, that I'm never right? So it doesn't matter. You can apply this coaching to anything. I want to make this point for all you guys. You can apply what we're talking about to anything. Okay. So Crystal, absolutely. We have a fail fast in business because now you can learn a few things. One, I either need to learn more, right? And be able to do it a way that's efficient, or I need to qualify my people that come on the discovery call, so I'm not wasting an hour of my time. The same would apply if it was talking about a date. Well, maybe I should kind of, right? It can be, let's see, I now can learn that I need to get developed in some ways. I also learn I need to have people qualify before I get on a discovery call with them. So Crystal, what's possible now? If everything's working for you, not against you, how does that feel now, taking a look at your discovery call?
Yeah, that I need to reevaluate how I'm moving forward with that. And I think maybe doing a questionnaire first.
Yeah.
Would they do that, send it to me, then I'll book a discovery call based on whether or not their answers sound like somebody I can work with.
Great. Amazing. How do you feel about it now? Because we know that there's two options when you're having anything like this, right? Crystal, what meaning did you put around it? The God factor of who you are is the meaning that you put around it. And you have a choice right now, right? You can put the meaning that I'm wrong, something's wrong with me, I'm not worthy, I'm not whatever. Or you could put the God factor on and say, you know what? This is working for me. I learn, I develop, and anything I do is not only possible, it is my destiny. So Crystal, how do you feel now about your discovery call?
I feel like I'm ready to jump into creating that questionnaire right now.
Right.
So I don't do that again with somebody.
So you can do that on Calendly, just so you know, there are questions that you can do before they, or when they're setting up their appointment. And if they don't, you can do them a couple ways. You can put it as a discovery, like an application, if you have a website, and do it before they get to book the call, or you can do it straight through Calendly and they have questions on there. And when you get their appointment, if they have not filled it out and said the things you want to do, you can send them something to reschedule them, to put them into, like, they've got to watch something, they've got to do whatever before they come on a call with you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Great job, you guys. Amazing. Okay. So we have to know the perfection of whatever came forth today, not like some huge, whatever, like life-changing thing, but it really is like that. One distinction for you in your personal and professional life can change everything of how you look at, you can never fail. Crystal, you can never fail. It's impossible. There is only growth, and you showed up today, and I just want to congratulate you. You helped so many by coming forward. Okay. So let's do this thing, you guys. Take a deep breath into the nose. Take as much air as you can, getting your spine erect, allowing the energy to go all the way out to the infinite universe, all the way down through your spine into the finite of the center of the earth, which we recognize now is unrecognizable. They cannot even find the end to the finite. That's how infinite we are. I recognize the abundance of who you are. I recognize the prosperity and abundance and flow and cash and abundance of friends and creation and business and travel and love and relationships and family and all the above. I say yes to all of that. I recognize whatever we give to life, it has to give back to us exponentially. So I say, give yourself to life. May you give yourself, not in the material world, but can you experience the depths of your soul and form? I say yes. I say yes to you living fully, to loving fully, without any attachment to how it comes back. I recognize as you give it without attachment, it comes back exponentially, because you are love, because you are prosperity, because you are vitality. And so I just say yes to this divine day. I am so grateful for Hunter. I am so grateful for Third Eye. I'm so grateful for George. And I'm so grateful for Christiane. I'm so grateful for all my love and family on this call right here. And I just say thank you for the technology. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for all those hard suffering times. Thank you for that heartbreak. Thank you for the stillborn child. Thank you for the rape. Thank you for all of that. I say thank you because without that, I would not be who I am. And so I just say, let it be. I accept all of it unconditionally. And together we say, and so it is. So it is.